Hello everybody, my name is Connor and we are here with Buggy versus Usopp. Before we get too into the game though, I do want to remind you guys we are so close to a playmat giveaway. Once we hit 1k subs, I will be giving away two of the 1,000 noble playmats. More information about the giveaway and rules and such on the post on my community tab. But yeah, I just wanted to remind you guys because we're crazy close, and I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much. I feel like I mentioned it every One Piece video. I really love making content. I really love One Piece game. It is fun. But we're gonna talk about this game, which was fun, but I'm not happy with how I played it, and that's why we're gonna talk about it because I need help. The whole reason I started my channel, for those of you who are new, is because I am not a good One Piece player. I've improved, but I'm not the greatest One Piece player. But I started this channel to get feedback, not only so I can watch my games back, but so other people can tell me things, tell me what things I might have missed. You know, it's always good to have some feedback from not only yourself, but other people, you know? And that's you guys. You guys are my feedback, and I love you for it, so... we are going to go ahead and get this started. The Dawn 1 going to get tapped for the Quarta Coliseum. Pretty unfortunate there. Don't like that Coliseum. I mean, it's a good stage. I think it's probably one of the better stages in the game as far as stages go. Besides the banned stage. One of the still legal stages that are good, but it is unfortunate for me to see it. And we actually go ahead and draw into Mr. 3, and we... basically whiff. The only thing we're able to grab from this is the Buggy, and I do need to change out those Prince bullets for something else. I think they just kind of got left in when I was running a Impel Down Searcher as well. So whoopsies. But my opponent is going to go ahead and swing 6, and we'll go ahead and take that, getting the one of Vanilla Croc. What is that? The Ido is going to come down, which is a blocker. And we have Pilaf, so we are ready to play Pilaf. We're going to go ahead and swing at 6. Trying to get a life, but no, he's going to go ahead, block with Ido. And then leader ability to draw a card. I think that is crazy. That's the leader ability I wanted Boa to have. I'm going to be real. Removing characters on the board. I mean, like, yeah. Anyway, Boa moment over. If you guys are OGs from the Boa days, dude, let me know. I love that deck. I've been thinking about it a lot. We're going to go ahead and tap 1, and my opponent's going to play down Leo. On play, you may rest your leader or your stage card. If your leader's Usopp, look at the top 5 cards and reveal 2 Dressrosa cards other than Leo, add them to your hand, then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order, and trash 1 card from your hand. That is a whole lot, and yeah, I literally get so... I remember watching him do this turn like, wait, what's happening? Probably should have asked, but I knew it was correct. So he's gonna go ahead and grab that Alt-Art Frankie. Really cool Alt-Art Frankie. I think that's a neat card. And oh, there's an even better Alt-Art Toy Soldier. I love that Alt-Art. I actually really liked the Dressrosa arc in general. And he is going to discard the Ido there, so I'm going to go ahead and swing 5 at us, and I'm going to give him that Crocodile. I think that is fine. I do want to stay relatively healthy, and the Cavendish comes down. And that Cavendish, I know how scary that Cavendish is. He ruined pre-release. It was tough. Whoever had Cavendish just won. So... my brilliant mind is thinking, he's a 4. Promo Buggy wins this. Usopp's leader ability, every Dressrosa character gets +1. So I realized that, unfortunately, after we play Promo Buggy. So we're going to go ahead, counting our Dawn because I'm bad at math. And we're actually going to... I'm thinking about playing down this Kaya. And I really don't think I should have. I just wasn't really... I didn't really like what I saw in my hand. But... I drew into worse, I think, and now I have to discard 2, so don't think that it was worth it. Probably should have just kept the Kaya in my hand, and granted, I think I am trying to do some digging, but I think my deck is just not, it's just not, you know? So we're going to go ahead and swing the 5 at Usopp, getting an easy 2k counter, of course. Why wouldn't he? We're going to go ahead, Buggy ability. And I think I should have trashed... I don't know how much it would have helped me, but Usopp clearly has a lot of draw power. He's blue, his leader ability lets him draw, and Cavendish lets him draw, and I discard my one pudding. That doesn't seem smart to me. Maybe it seemed smarter at the time, but no, I don't think I should have discarded that. Buggy the Kabaji, solid play. I think if you don't have Mihawk, the Buggy Kabaji play is exactly what you want. If you don't have a Mihawk, which clearly I don't have Mihawk. So there, my opponent is reading this, and I'm like, yeah, cost 4s can attack, and he was like, oh, Cavendish is cost 5, so he can attack, right? And I was like, dang it, yeah. Like, I was so upset. I thought I had to shut down his Cavendish, but I didn't. His leader ability gives him too much good stuff, unfortunately for me. So, a couple of I think in that case, I think the 7-drop Croc into DOSBones, would have been a better option just to get more bodies that can swing and apply pressure on board. So Cavendish is going to go ahead and swing 6. We're going to counter out with the Mr. 2. And our hand is looking kind of tough, man. We are going to get another 2K here, which is nice, but yeah, dude, I'm not... Yeah. And now the Rebecca's coming down. Rebecca is really... It's not that Rebecca's, like, strong like Gecko was. The bodies Rebecca brings out are pretty decent bodies, though. Which is the problem, I think, with her. I don't think she's a, Gecko-sized problem. She's just a little annoying, really. But the Leo and the Frankie gonna come in active. Leo gonna come in rested. Corda Coliseum getting rested for the Leo ability to grab another Rebecca and a Kyros. You hate to see Kyros. I think he bounces a 7 cost, if I remember off the top of my head. Probably am wrong there, but yeah, it is tough. So, cost of 5? Is it 5? It is 5, my bad. It's a 5 cost, so less scary, but for Buggy deck, very scary. Oh, and he's a 9k, don't forget that part. That's the scary part about him. But now my opponent's board is really filled, and I drew into another promo Buggy, so... Yeah, it's a little tough out here. It is hard out here, and I'm thinking we're going to go ahead and attach some Dawn. We're going to go ahead and swing 6. I think we're swinging 6 into life, potentially. I'm going to get the 2k Bart. Yeah, I think we should have just tried to clear Cavendish. But swinging 7, and I think I swing 7 into Cavendish here, actually. And he's going to go ahead and block with Frankie. Leader ability to draw, and then he's going to play... I believe he's gonna grab something back rested. The Bart, yeah, the Bart. That is just shiny Bart. Love that alt art. So yeah, a little annoying. I'm just gonna swing the 2 into Leo, get him off the board. Makes me feel better. And we're gonna go ahead and tap 5, discarding a promo Buggy for a leader ability to play out Croc, and I'll discard. Yeah, I'm hoping to get a Jozu to bounce the Kaya back to my hand. So I do decide to discard the Mr. 3, and we draw into, we draw into another Mr. 1 and Kabaji. So, not terrible. They both have counter, which at this point, I'm like, cool. But I am working on getting my board set up after a really rough start, I feel. And I think just a couple of really poor choices, like... I can't see how much my opponent has in hand currently. I know he'd tell me if I asked, but it looks like a decent amount. Yeah, that's a fat hand. I feel like Usopp runs an okay amount of bricks. Like, there's some bricks in there, but yeah, I still think that pudding would have been good. And I think we're just getting some clarifying. I love watching just our hands move. I think we're clarifying about the Cavendish and the Buggy and things like that. If I understand correctly, if I remember correctly, it was like a whole couple of days ago. So who knows? And I've already deleted the audio file. So my opponent's gonna go ahead and swing 6 at me, and I'm thinking about countering out. Yeah, I'm gonna counter out. I think that's... I don't know if that's the right play. Knowing what I know is in my life, he's going to go ahead and trash the red rock, so that's good to see. I'm going to go ahead and counter out. I think my hand size is too low. I think I should have been taking life here. The 5 from Rebecca coming in, and yeah, I think I'm going to counter this one too, which not seeing a Mihawk is a super bummer, and only seeing a, what is it? What have I seen? A Dofi blocker, that's it. Ooh, it's late. Yeah. My brain is slow right now, so gonna go ahead and counter out of that. Gonna swing the 2 or the 6 into Kabaji, and I'm thinking about it. I think I probably have to let it go, honestly. But it looks like he's gonna tap some Dawn, play Rebecca, yep, draw. Oh, that's right. He swings 6 into Kabaji, and I remind him that Kabaji cannot be KO'd in battle, and he understands and he moves on. So he ends up playing the 7-cost Luffy, and this is I think the major, like, this next couple of turns, I think is like, I've made some poor choices, but I think that this is a terrible choice coming up, and I am so sorry for all my Buggy fans who I've disappointed. Especially you, Senpai Omix, but, yeah, the 7-cost Luffy is a monster. If you don't know what that 7-cost Luffy does, it is from OP04, which is around the time I started playing, yay! It was my first pre-release, but he gets to restand, and that's very scary. So, my opponent's gonna go ahead, play out the Zoro. No Zoro effect, I believe he's saying. But off of the Rebecca. So he gets to play Rebecca into Luffy, into Zoro. That's pretty strong still. And he is thinking about, because he has Coliseum, he can swing into characters. So he is going to swing that Luffy into Das Bones. And yeah, I'm going to let it go. And I'm expecting Marie stand, and he actually just passes. And I was like, oh, okay. But we are going to be at 10 Dawn, I believe. Yep. And you guys saw, we just top decked the Buggy. So fingers crossed I can salvage this game here. I'm not feeling confident. I definitely think I over-countered early, as well as just made some, like, playing Akaya was a bad move, and things of that nature. So just trying to decide what I want to do, how I want to swing. I know I'm going to have to, discard cards for Buggy ability, and it's making it a little tough, honestly, because I don't think I can get Buggy to, I'm trying to say, if I play, I think I'd have to play Bones and keep discard Croc, but we're gonna go ahead, swing 7 into, I think, Cavendish, get a 2k out of hand, swing 5, I think, at lean, yeah, because everything else on his board is 6, and he's got a lot of cards in hand, but he's just gonna go ahead and block with Bart to draw. And I remember at this point in the game, I was like, holy shit, this draw power is so annoying. We'll go ahead and swing another 5 at lead, hoping to get a life here, but he's got half his deck is in hand, so we are not that lucky. We're gonna go ahead and tap 5 for Bones to draw 2 and trash 1. We're gonna trash a Croc, and then we are gonna Buggy ability again. The fact that that's not once per turn, so nice. I think that makes Buggy so much better. And we are gonna go ahead and play 10 cost Buggy. And here is where I think I'm stuck with a really hard choice. I'm torn here, and you can see I'm very torn between Cavendish and Luffy. And I go ahead and bump my camera. Sorry, I'll try and remember to stabilize it. But I bottom decked the Cavendish. Realistically, I think I should have bottom decked Luffy. I think bottom decking Luffy would have potentially. It really depends on what my opponent has in his hand, but I think I could have potentially swung pretty aggressively the next turn and cleared board and started taking control of the game. But he's got a decent board right now. I only have 2 cards in hand. That would have been different if I took some of the life earlier instead of countering out like I was, because I'm at 3 life, and I usually like to play Buggy around 2 life, so I'm not exactly sure what prompted me to counter out so aggressively, but I think it was not the play. I do think that there was a little bit of bad luck in my draws this game, but I do think mostly the choices I made were the wrong choices. So we have 2 cards in hand, and my opponent is trying to think about what he wants to do, because I mean, he said to me after the game that if he felt like if he didn't get game here, he was in trouble, and I think he's right. So he's gonna go ahead and play down Leo. Gonna grab the Toy Soldier and the Searcher Rebecca. Yep, Toy Soldier, Searcher Rebecca, which is some decent counter. Being able to grab Toy Soldier, which is a 2K, is nice. That we love searchable 2Ks, am I right? Gonna discard a Rebecca, actually. And he's, with the rest of his 9 Dawn, I am kind of scared. He's gonna go 7 into life, and I'm gonna go ahead and take it. We get a brick. We get our one of Crocodile blocker. Would have loved to see him a little earlier. Gonna swing really aggressively with lead. And yeah, I have to take it. We get another brick. We get another blocker brick. And I'm like, okay, he's swinging 7 here. Or he's swinging really aggressively with his 7, you know, his Luffy. We're okay. We get the peel off trigger. Drawing 2, I get 2 1Ks. I'm like, okay. And then he restands. And I was like, oh, shoot. So, but I think that, because I said that I think bottom decking Cavendish would have won me the game, but I think he probably would have just split his Dawn more equally on Rebecca. And I think I would have had a better chance of surviving, but getting the 2 bricks out of my life really hurt. So the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 comes through, and I get to, I think that's 10k encounter there. So yeah, having 2 bricks in my life when I really needed not bricks, tough. I would have loved to see another peel off. Oh man, 2 peel offs in life, that's like Nami's dream, you know? And mine, actually. But I am a reformed Nami player, so that checks out. But I'll shut up, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you think bottom decking the Luffy would have changed the outcome of the game, or let me know where you guys think I went wrong, because I think I listed everywhere I think I went wrong. But yeah, I'm curious what you guys say. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, hit that like button down below. It helps me out more than you could ever know. Go ahead and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.